Hey Omar Puffalope, welcome to another second channel video. Some people were asking me to make a video talking about the survivor and killer perks that just got released a few hours ago, 4 hours ago precisely, with the new Dungeons and Dragons patch. So let's do it. Let's talk about the perks. We're going to start with the survivor perks, but then we're going to get to the killer perks as well, and I'm going to explain how the perks work to the best of my ability and tell you if they're going to be good or bad, in my opinion. First one is Bardic Inspiration, which basically what it does is if you stand still and press E, you're going to roll a dice. And depending on which number the dice lands, it's a 20-face dice, just like in Dungeons and Dragons. Depending on which number it lands, you get a different effect. Though the only thing that the effects really do is make your skill checks while you're repairing generators be better for the next 60 seconds. If you land on 1, your character stops the performance immediately and just screams. From 2 to 10, every single skill check that you hit, be it great or normal skill check, you get a plus 1% bonus progression. 11 to 19, you gain a 2% bonus progression, and 20, you gain a 3% bonus progression. So basically, you play the guitar for 15 seconds, and then for the next 60 seconds, depending on which number you landed, your skill checks are going to be better. This is most likely going to be one of the best generator perks in the game, even though you have to perform a 15-second action before getting the thing for 60 seconds. If you pair this with hyper focus, stakeout, deadline, and a toolbox, this might be the fastest way to do generators in the whole game. On top of it being an S tier tool to taunt the killer with. I just wish it didn't have a delay when you start playing the guitar, because your character kind of just stands still for a little bit before playing the guitar. So if they remove that and make you play the guitar right away, it's gonna be perfect for BMing. I think this perk is extremely underrated already. I don't think people are seeing how applicable this is, but it's a generator perk, so not a lot of people are going to be interested in it. I know I'm not. The second perk is Mirrored Illusion, which works kind of like the flashbang. You gotta repair generators first to then go and use the perk. After repairing 50% of a generator, you have the perk. If you're close to a chest, exit gate, generator, or totem, you can spawn an illusion of yourself that lasts for 120 seconds. That's it. That's what you heard. You literally make another character of yourself that's going to stand there for 120 seconds. This is a meme perk. It might work here and there, but it's kind of like deception. It's just for funsies. It's not really going to be useful for anything. And Still Sight is probably the worst perk out of the 3 survivor perks. If you stand still for 4 seconds, you can see the aura of the killer, chests, and generators around 18 meters of you, and it stays that way until you start moving again. But having to stand still for 4 seconds makes this almost unusable in most situations in Chase, unless you're holding a shack check spot and the killer's trying to do a crazy mind game. I can see it being kind of useful. Maybe this is not the worst. Maybe the Mirrored Illusion is worse than this. I will try to do something with this perk, I can tell you that much. And we're gonna see what we can do. But I don't think it's going to be all that good. For the killer perks, we're going to start with Dark Arrogance. This perk basically it's the only perk in the game that straight up debuffs the killer as soon as the game starts. It makes pallet stuns and flashlight blinds last 25% longer on you, so you're choosing to debuff yourself. But the counterweight is that your vault speed is 20% faster for the entire game. And if you guys don't know, every single bonus speed thing in DBD stacks additively. So if something is 20% and another thing is 20%, it adds up to 40%. So assuming you have Dark Arrogance and Bamboozle, let me check how. So if you have this and Bamboozle, that's already 35%. And then if you bring Superior Anatomy, it stacks up to 75%. You vault windows 75% faster. I think it might literally be faster than Survivor's fast vaulting a window at this point. So basically it's a guaranteed hit at any window, because you would just instantly vault it and then lunge at the Survivor. Even at shack, it's a guaranteed hit. The trade-off is pretty massive though. This looks like a perk that you're gonna see on tier 4 Myers builds on YouTube. Just insta-vaulting windows and stuff. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I don't even know how 75% faster window vaults are gonna look like, but we're gonna see. I gotta test it out. I haven't tested it out yet, so I guess we're gonna find out. The next perk is the one I was worried about, but I'm not sure that I understood how it works really, and it's Languid Touch. Basically, whenever a survivor is within the terror radius of the killer and they trigger a crow, crows are everywhere on pretty much any map in the game, they get exhausted for 10 seconds. And if you guys don't know how exhaustion works, exhaustion only goes down, meaning you only lose the negative status effect if you're walking or standing still. So assuming you're in a chase and this works in a chase, this literally gets rid of every exhaustion perk in the game just for existing. The one thing I don't understand about this perk is that it says it's only when the survivor is within your terror radius. Oh, never mind. It actually says within 36 meters of your location. Okay, yeah, no. This perk is actually just going to get rid of exhaustion perks forever. Now, is it worth a whole perk slots to counter every single exhaustion perk in the game? I would say so. I'm seeing people saying that all of his perks are really bad. I see Languid Touch as being one of the best chase perks in the game. Being able to like stop someone from like sprint bursting, maybe not sprint bursting because sprint bursting is immediate, but stopping someone from hitting a lithe window or hitting a DH is just going to be so fucking powerful. Especially on high mobility, high like octane chase killers. This is actually going to be really good, and this might be one of the more underrated perks of the whole chapter. I think it's even kind of toxic, but we're yet to see. And Weave Attunement is a very weird perk that whenever a survivor depletes an item, they automatically drop that item, and anyone that's close to the item that was dropped is going to have their auras revealed. So you basically just create beacons of sight around the map. I don't see this ever being useful, to be honest, unless you're bringing Franklin's and specifically going for a build like this, and then you're just creating little like pockets of vision around the map. I don't know, it seems funny, and maybe you can make it work on the build or two, but it just doesn't seem all that good. Also, if a survivor picks up an item that was dropped on the floor, they become oblivious for 30 seconds. I don't know, maybe you can make this work on someone. I don't know who, but yeah, so it's not up to me. It's up to the people that make a lot of killer videos, which I will. Follow my main channel and subscribe to this channel for the Adept series. Not on this channel, on the other channel. But on this channel, you're going to see more content as well. Thank you for watching, everyone. This is my opinion on every perk. Woof.